Greetings, citizens of the world. While we look at the various threats facing the United States around the world, we haven't spent much time worrying about China. Sure, we've got North Korea, Iran, and ISIS to contend with. But China has always been considered a problem, one that we don't really know what to do with. Businesses in the U.S. work with Chinese companies very closely, but over the years we've discovered Chinese hackers who try to infiltrate American networks, including businesses and government. Even though we have a working relationship with the Red Nation, we still are worried about what their ultimate plans are. If recent news from a Chinese billionaire holds any water, China is about to unleash fury on the good old US of A. Self-exiled Chinese real estate mogul Guo Wengai blasted what he called the kleptocracy running China, and warned that a wave of Chinese spies are being dispatched to decimate the United States, where Guo is currently sheltered. CNBC reports that his remarks come as the Chinese government has doubled down on its allegations against the billionaire, accusing him of crimes including corruption and rape, crimes he firmly denies. "They are just a tiny group of mafia, pure and simple," said Guo, who also goes by the name Miles Kwok on social media. "I would like all the members of the Chinese Communist Party to wake up and say no to this ruling clique." Guo applied for asylum in the U.S. this month after arriving on a tourist visa. He is currently working out of a $78 million penthouse in New York City as he fights off the accusations from the Chinese government surfacing after he accused powerful officials of serious corruption, including the head of the Communist Party's Anti-Corruption Board. In his remarks this week, he said he was aware of multiple attempts by the kleptocracy to weaken the United States, to bring about turmoil in the United States and to decimate the United States. "These plans pose great threats to the American people and their property," Guo said, according to CNBC, adding that those efforts are 100 times, or even 1,000 times as potentially damaging as the 9/11 terror attacks. Watch to hear more from Guo, who claimed in an earlier segment of the video that his legs were broken and he was sentenced to work in a prison camp for years for his dissidence. "This is a pretty odd situation, if you ask me. This man just recently fled to the U.S. over charges of rape and corruption. Now he's going on a crusade to attack the country that is seeking to prosecute him. I have no doubt in my mind that Guo will be safe in America. But what of his claims? Is China planning a devastating attack on the U.S., one that will employ the use of many spies?" It would be easy to dismiss his assertions, given the circumstances. Guo wants to win over American support for his personal case. Making huge claims about a Chinese attack might get him some extra sympathy and support. But without legitimate evidence, why should we believe him? Guo aside, it's not too far-fetched to consider China is up to something. The largest nation in the world, whose economy is booming over recent decades. And communist, to boot. They might have very real interests in at least helping the United States lose some power. Chinese spies are nothing new. And with the rise of cyber attacks, it wouldn't be completely strange to learn of new efforts to undermine our national security and